Hey fashionistas, welcome back to Salemfashion YouTube channel. So today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful kimono dress you see me wearing right here. Okay, so if this is something you're interested in, please stay tuned to the end of the video, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing that I went ahead to do is to fold my fabric into two because we're cutting the back and the front separately. Okay, so I'm working with a doll face fabric, and now I went ahead to draw a border line across there. After that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and indicate half of the shoulder measurement of my clients on that point. Okay, after the shoulder measurement, we're going to go ahead and take this full sleeve length, and for me that was about 15 inches. I went ahead to mark it. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take the back neck width of 3 inches, and I'll come down by 1 inch for the neck depth, and then I'll use my curve ruler to draw out a curve across. Okay, so after that, now guys, we're going to go ahead and come to this point and come down by 1.5 inches for our shoulder slant. Okay, after that, I'll go ahead and use my straight ruler to rule a straight line and connect it back into the neckline. Now next, we're going to go ahead and come down by our sleeve opening of 10 inches. Okay, from that point of the shoulder slant, I went ahead to indicate 10 inches, and then I'll use my ruler again to draw a straight line across. Okay, so next I'll go ahead now and take the full length of the kimono, which is 36 inches. Okay, I'll go ahead and mark that 36 inches, and also I'll use my straight ruler to just draw out a straight line across. So that is the full length of my kimono. Now on this point of the first line we drew out, I'll go ahead and indicate quarter of her hip circumference plus extra 4 inches, and I'll go ahead and indicate the same measurement, which is 14 inches, quarter of her hip circumference divided by 4 plus 4 on the hip line. Okay, now I'm going ahead to add sewing allowances of half inch to that, and I'll go ahead and square out a straight line like so. Now after taking all this measurement, now guys, the next thing we're going to do is to come here and blend out the armhole curve. Okay, this is because that place is not supposed to be square. After that, now we'll go ahead and cut. So after cutting, this is what we're having as our back pattern. We're going to be using this to cut out the front. Now I have gone ahead to spread out a very white fabric on the floor, as you can see, for my front pattern. You're going to need a lot of fabric. Okay, so now entirely I am using about 5 yards for this tutorial. Now I will go ahead, after folding the fabric into two, to place my back pattern on top. Mind you, it can face any direction of the fabric that is on the floor, but I'll go ahead and place it on this side like you see so well, and I'll arrange it very well. Okay, after that, now guys, I'm going to go ahead and just draw out a line from that center back of the back pattern. I'll just draw out a straight line to let me know where my center front will be. This is because the front is going to be having two pieces, and that line I drew out will be the center front. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and measure the front neckline because it's a V neckline. I came down by 8 inches, and then I'm going to go ahead and connect it to meet the same point of the back neckline. Okay, that is the back neck width. I'll just go ahead and draw a V neckline like you see, like that. Okay, so after that, the excess allowance that is on this front fabric is about 35 inches. Okay, so I'll come down on that part and measure the entire length to get the midpoint. Okay, I'll go ahead and get the midpoint, divide it into two, and mark it on the fabric. Okay, so after marking that midpoint right there, I'm going to go ahead and connect it back into that place of the V neckline like so. Okay, so after connecting it like that, I'll come to this point and blend out the sharp edges that is on that part of the V neckline. Okay, so after that, now guys, we're going to go ahead and begin to cut out our fabric. Starting from the side back, I'm going to go ahead and trim off all the excess and the shape of that side to the sleeve, to the shoulder, and back into the neckline. Okay, so from that point now, I lifted it up, and then I went ahead again to cut out the front part just like you see me do. Okay, so after cutting out, guys, this is what you are going to be having. Now go ahead and take off the back pattern from the front pattern. Can you see how the front is looking now? The front is now going to be having 2 pieces, as you can see. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and open it up and arrange it well, because we are going to proceed with the joining of the kimono. Now, as it is like this on the floor, I'll go ahead and place my back pattern on top of the front like so, and then I'll go ahead and arrange it and pin it down on the shoulders, because we are going to go ahead to the sewing machine now to join them on both shoulder and again to join them on both sides. Okay, so I'm just pinning it down, as you can see. So after pinning it down now, guys, we'll go ahead and begin the joining. We'll join the shoulder and we'll join the side of the kimono on both sides. Okay, this is basically the sewing part of the tutorial. Now after that, I'll go ahead and hem the sleeve and also hem the lower part of the dress entirely. Okay, so that will come back. Now after doing all that, the joining and the hemming of the lower part, this is what you are going to be having. Okay, so next we are going to proceed with the crossing of the kimono. Now I'm going to pick these 2 pieces that you see of the front, and I'm going to swap them across each other. Okay, just cross them on top of each other. It can be either ways, whichever side you choose to cross. After that, I'll pick up the 2 sides again, as you can see, and then I'm going to join them together. Now the right sides will be facing each other. I'll go ahead and pin it down like you see, and I'll take it to the sewing machine and join it on that part. So after joining, this is what you're going to be having. It is going to be joined together, okay, sewn together, as you can see. Now we are going to go ahead and close it up together, and then the fine side will be outside, the wrong sides will be facing each other. At this point, you should notch the center point of your neckline on the back. Okay, after notching it, you go ahead and place that pieces on top like you see now. Okay, that is just like a collar or a lapel kind of thing going on right there. You are going to place it on top of each other, and then this is me just trying to arrange it. Okay, you will grab that 2 pieces that you connected to the neckline and then attach it to the pieces of the dress on the shoulder that is remaining, just so that we can go ahead and sew them together. That is the design in front of the kimono that you saw earlier. Okay, so this is me just trying to arrange that, and then just ensuring that I pin everything right down before we proceed to the sewing on the sewing machine. Okay, so after doing that, guys, this is what it's going to be looking like. You can see that the design in front is already coming out already. We'll take this to the sewing machine and sew it right from inside, and that is it for the tutorial.